that the Valley Bears from Fresno will be able to give us a contest today, and it's no knock against those players. They're a fine bunch of young men, but it's just a little bit on a different level than the players that are recruited by the Humboldt Crabs. You may be able to hear in the background our very favorite band, that is the world famous Crabgrass Band, and they'll be with us this afternoon.
Well, and it's a beautiful day for a ball game. I mean, yeah.
Perfect.
Just gorgeous.
Yeah. It's
some big fluffy clouds on the horizon, but otherwise it's totally clear at the ballpark. And shirt sleeve weather for sure, and just summer has arrived today.
Yes, indeed. I've got short sleeves on today. I've got my Harry Carey shirt that was brought to me by a friend from he picked it up at Wrigley Field in Chicago and he brought it back to me, and he said, "Hoke," he said, "you are the Harry Carey of Arcata." And I puffed all up in my chest, and I said, "Well, thank you very much." He said, "Yeah, you drink too much beer, you got too big a gut, and you can't carry a tune." That was not exactly the compliment I was looking for. Anyhow, it is a gorgeous day. They're watering the field down, and the Crabs will be going for their 6th win of the season against only one setback. And a local lad will be taking the mound for the first time this summer, and that is Dylan Campbell, who grew up in McKinleyville, went to College of the Redwoods, and now attends Mount Mercy University. And Mount Mercy University is a Catholic university, and a very interesting description of their raison d'etre, if you will, why they are special, what makes them a unique university. And boy, it sounded like a place I'd like to send my young son or daughter to. And Dylan is going there and hopefully having a very good time. I'm not sure that he's been there yet. He may have pitched this past year for a CR and be going to Mount Mercy University. Well, today the men in blue are indeed in blue, gray trousers and light blue tops. The umpires getting ready for today's contest, and we'll be getting the exchange of lineups fairly soon.
Well, I think it's interesting they wear blue during the day to blend in with the sky so they're not seen, and then at night they wear black so that they blend in so that they're not seen, because, I mean, I think
trying to be invisible.
Trying to be as invisible as possible.
I've got to say, Benjamin, that your manners, your baseball manners have improved greatly. You have not yelled at the umpires except maybe once.
Well, I have this cold.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
And I can't, if I raise my voice, I start coughing. So.
All right. I knew there was a rational explanation other than the fact that
as soon as I'm better.
Yeah. All right. The same old Benjamin. All right. This is good. Crowd's still coming in. We're going to have a nice turnout for today's game. We were talking yesterday about the wonderful new program available at the ballpark. It's only $2, and it has not only information on most of the new players, not all because we've had some additions and one subtraction, but information on the new players and a whole section on where are they now, Crabs from the past and what they've done and where they're playing ball or what they're doing. Some of them are now in professional baseball. But there were particularly 2 wonderful articles in this year's program in memoriam, written to 2 former Crab Hall of Famers who passed away this past year, and that would be Augie Garrido and Scott Eskra. Augie was 70 when he passed away. Scott, sadly, was only 40 and was killed in a logging accident. And Augie Garrido died after having a stroke. But anyhow, Jack Nash has written a couple of very fine articles for the program. One on Scott Eskra, who was honored here at the ballpark this past week. Scott Eskra and the other article on Augie Garrido by a real gem of a historian, a baseball historian altogether, Jack Nash, who does some wonderful things. You want to know about baseball in Humboldt County over the last 100 years? Jack Nash is the guy who can tell you, and we are honored to have his articles in the 2018 official Crabs program. All right, let me give you the lineup for the visiting Valley Bears from Fresno. Leading off will be their pitcher, Russell McClung. Batting second in left field, Elijah Holguin. And Holguin's had a pretty good series. I think he's probably the top hitter on the Valley Bears in the first 2 games of the series. Batting third at first base will be Kyler Laramie. Hitting cleanup in right field, Cody Fierro. Fierro was the starting pitcher in last night's ball game. Batting fifth at second base will be Jose Toledo. Batting sixth in center field, Cade Ford. Batting seventh and doing the catching, Cesar Ortega Jr. Batting eighth at shortstop will be Connor Martin. And hitting ninth at third base will be Ridge Huckabee. There is no designated hitter in the Valley on the Valley Bears lineup this afternoon, so the straight 9 will be playing. And now for our Humboldt Crabs, here for the lineups is the Professor, Benjamin Schaefer.
Thank you, Hoke. Bronson Grubbs in center field leads it off. Johnny Mendoza will be the catcher and bats second. Chase Larson at third base bats third, and McCarthy Tatum will be the cleanup hitter at first base. Coco Figueredo at second base will bat fifth. Connor Blair in right field bats sixth. Ramon Enriquez, the DH, bats seventh. Otis Statham in left field bats eighth. And Wesley Gone Gibson out at shortstop bats ninth. On the mound for the Crabs, the previously discussed Dylan Campbell.
And with each Crab running out to his position, he is accompanied by 1 or 2 Little Leaguers in uniform today. It's Little League Day at the park, and a number of Little League players in their uniforms joining us. And now we're getting ready for our national anthem. It looks like we're going to have some flautists.
Savannah Campbell, flautists from Alder Grove Charter School.
From Alder Grove Charter School, flautists, and we're about ready for our national anthem. Very nice. 3 flautists from local charter school. That is Randy Golat, Jordan Brown, and Savannah Campbell entertaining us with our national anthem. And the first pitch today will be Zariah and Sage from Humboldt Educare Preschool. So I think they're going to come a little closer to the plate than the 60 foot 6 inches that a pitcher normally pitches from. And there they are out there. They're still a little far away from the plate, but we'll see. There's a throw. Hey, made it to the plate on the roll. Kind of like some of the pitching we've seen the last 2 evenings.
I was just going to say, well, it wasn't the worst pitch we've seen this weekend.
All right. Zariah and Sage from Humboldt Educare Preschool. The bat boy today is Jordan Anderson, so you're up to date. Dylan Campbell, the left-hander from McKinleyville, pitched at College of the Redwoods, and he is making his first appearance this summer for the Humboldt Crabs. Campbell will be pitching to Johnny Mendoza. It was nice to see Johnny get a base hit in his last at-bat last night as the designated hitter. He's had a little trouble getting off the schneid at the start of the season with the bat, but certainly not with the glove. Both He and Ramon Enriquez have impressed mightily as backstops this summer. So it'll be Johnny Mendoza in the crouch behind the plate. McCarthy Tatum and Chase Larson switch positions from last night. Chase Larson will be at third base. McCarthy Tatum at first. Coco Figueiredo will be the second baseman, and Wesley Gon Gibson back in the lineup at shortstop. In the outfield, from left to right, it is Otis Statham, Bronson Grubbs, and Connor Blair. Sun-drenched field. As Benjamin said, an absolutely perfect day for baseball. And we're about to get underway. Leading off for the Valley Bears will be their starting pitcher, Russell McClung. McClung 0 for 4 last night. He's 1 for 7 in the series, and that one, as we've mentioned, was a long fly over the left field wall, accounting for their only run thus far in the series. Campbell, a left-hander on the mound, and he comes to the plate, and the first pitch is a fastball wide, 1-0. Campbell looks like he's going to be pitching exclusively from the stretch position. The 1-0. Strike called. Home plate umpire is Justin Islas. Don Hofacker, our old friend Don at first base, and Michael Cowan will be the third base umpire. Campbell's 1-1 offering. It hits him. No, goes behind him. We had that happen last night too. So wild it didn't hit him. It went on the other side of the right-handed batter. So the count is 2-1 now to McClung. Campbell's pitch swung on and tapped foul at the plate, and the count even now at 2. No breeze, at least as we look at our flag out in center field, but up high from the City Hall, it's blowing somewhat briskly. We'll see what happens on a long fly ball.
Yeah, I often don't trust that center field flag.
Fastball, strike 3 called, inside corner. McClung watches it go by. 1 up, 1 down for the Valley Bears in the first. And that'll bring up Elijah Holguin. Holguin, 3 for 7 in the series. All of them singles. Right-handed hitter facing the southpaw slants. High pop-up. Catcher throws off the mask. Under it, and Johnny Mendoza makes the catch. 2 down. So Holguin, a 1-pitch pop-out, 2 down, and that will bring up the first baseman, Kyler Laramie. Laramie, right-handed hitter. Compact. Grounds the ball on a couple of hops to the third baseman. Throw to first in time, and that'll do it. So Larson to Tatum. The Bears are gone quickly in the first, nothing across, and at the end of half an inning, it's the Bears nothing, and the Crabs coming to bat. And you're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Rica. All right, let's hear from Benjamin.
If you want a better bank, you should try Better Credit Union. Introducing Compass Community Credit Union, formerly California State and Federal Employees Credit Union. They're now open to the community. They offer absolutely free checking with 0 requirements and have super low rates on loans to help with all your banking needs. You can call them at 800-440-8662 or visit Compass, capital C, capital C, capital U.org.
Very good. Thank you. Right-hander on the mound for the Valley Bears, Russell McClung. He will be pitching to Cesar Ortega Jr., his third game behind the plate, and he's also impressed as a catcher. In the infield, it'll be Laramie at first base, Kyler Laramie at first, Jose Toledo, the second baseman, Connor Martin at short, Ridge Huckabee is the third baseman. In the outfield, it's Elijah Holguin in left, Cade Ford in center, and Cody Fierro in right field. Bronson Grubbs to lead it off for the Crabs. Bronson 7 for 25, and since he has reached the magic 25 number of at-bats, we'll give him a batting average. Bronson hitting .280 on the season. He takes the first pitch, a fastball for a called strike one. Grubbs will be followed by Johnny Mendoza and Chase Larson. The next pitch, fastball is high, 1-0. A ball and a strike to Grubbs. The pitch. Breaking ball just misses outside. 2-1. Based on 3 pitches, Benjamin, I think you may be right. I think this guy may be their best pitcher. The 2-1 fastball backs him off the plate. 3-1. Well, he got the home run, but Holguin is the one that's got most of the hits.
I see.
3-1 the count to Grubbs. And the pitch. Strike 2. Call.
Oh, Grubbs was headed to first. That was a slow call by the home plate umpire. Who is at home plate?
Home plate umpire is Justin Islas.
I think he always has a very slow call on the strike there.
So the count is full to the Crabs' leadoff batter here in the home half of the first. We're scoreless. Pitch, that one's low. So Grubbs draws a free pass. First base runner of the game.
Can I see the stat sheet, please, Hoke?
Yeah, unfortunately, they do not have the stolen bases there.
Well, I'm interested in walks.
We can reach the stolen bases, but you have to go through some machinations to get there.
Crabs have received 46 walks now in what? How many games now?
This is game number 7.
Yeah.
So in 6 games, that's almost 8 walks per game.
Yeah.
First pitch misses wide as Johnny Mendoza shows bunt and pulls it back. The third baseman, Huckabee, about even with the bag. First baseman Laramie holding Grubbs on. Mendoza squares to bunt, now pulls the bat back. The pitch to him, the runner goes, the pitch is outside, the throw to second base is off the bag, and sliding in safely is Bronson Grubbs. That's probably the weakest throw that Ortega has uncocked. Crabs are going to be doing some running this summer, Benjamin.
Yeah, they've done a lot of running already. Well, they're on base a lot because they get so many walks. So that's number 6 for Grubbs.
6th stolen base of the year. Dances off a second. Fastball misses wide, 3-0. So McClung walks the first batter he faces, and he's got a 3-0 count now on Johnny Mendoza. 3-0 pitch, ball 4. 4 consecutive balls, and the Crabs now have something started without benefit of a base hit. In 3 innings in these 2-game series, the Crabs have scored a run without a base hit in the inning. And it's things like that. Walks, hit batters, wild pitches, ground outs can get the RBIs home. Here's Chase Larson. Chase 4 for 17 on the season. Right-handed hitter, and the first pitch to him is a fastball outside, 1-0. So that's 6 consecutive balls from Russell McClung. The 1-0. Low and outside, 2-0. He throws harder than anyone on their staff that we've seen, but he can't get the ball over the plate, so it doesn't help much.
It doesn't. No, that's problematic.
Now Cesar Ortega Jr. is going to go out and have a word with Russell McClung. His father, Cesar Ortega, in the dugout, has to be unhappy with the way this game has started. Crabs looking for their third consecutive blowout. All right, 2-0 to Chase Larson. Runners take their leads. The 2-0 pitch. High pop-up. On the infield, it's going to be the first baseman? No, the second baseman. Toledo, Jose Toledo, who gathers it in for the first out. A big out, so no advance.
Next on the 22, first baseman, McCarthy Tatum.
And here is McCarthy Tatum. Tatum, the tallest Crabs player, 6'6". 6 for 19 thus far on the season. Johnny Mendoza dancing off the bag, bringing the second baseman over to try and keep him closer to the base. Pitcher glances back at him, comes to the plate, and it's a called strike one to Tatum. Crabs in their traditional home whites today, numerals on the back. For McCarthy Tatum, it's number 22. The 0-1 pitch. Fly ball into right field. That should be playable. Moving under it is the right fielder Fierro. He's got it. The runner at second tags, and he's going to go to third. So Tatum, a fly ball to medium depth right field. Grubbs moves up 90 feet. Mendoza moves up.
No, Grubbs, you're right.
Grubbs, I was right. Mendoza holds it first. So Grubbs at third, Mendoza at first, 2 down. And that'll bring up Coco Figueiredo, who has had a very fine series, seen his average rise appreciably. Coco 7 for 22. And his on-base percentage is much better than that. The pitch to him, breaking ball taken on the inside corner for a strike. What's his on-base percentage for Coco Figueiredo?
500.
Wow. No balls and a strike to Figueiredo. Crabs trying to get something going here in the first. There's 2 outs and runners at the corners. Throw to first base and back standing is Johnny Mendoza. McClung gets his sign from Ortega at the set. The 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, a nice block by Ortega, no advance, and the count evens at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to batter number 1. That's his uniform jersey number. Coco wearing number 1 on his back. The 1-1 pitch, runner at first goes, ground ball to the right side. Second baseman's up with it, throws to first in time to retire Figueiredo and the Crabs in the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left. And at the end of an inning complete, we're scoreless. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to Humboldt Mortgage, committed to helping borrowers find quality financing for over 50 years. If you're buying a home, business, or land, Humboldt Mortgage will help you get it done. Call Bob J. Lawton at Humboldt Mortgage in Eureka. You can also get them online at humboldtmortgage.net.
All right, strains the Crabgrass Band in the background as Benjamin thanks one of the sponsors that keep us on the field and on the air. It'll be the middle of the order for the Valley Bears in the top of the second. Cody Fierro, Jose Toledo, and Cade Ford. Fierro, right-handed hitter, playing in right field this afternoon. The first pitch from Dylan is taken, or is swung at and missed, strike one.
Fierro was the starting pitcher in last night's game.
Again, Campbell working exclusively from the pitches over. The next pitch misses inside. 2 balls and a strike. Just underway. We're in the top of the second inning. If you're within the sound of our voices, plenty of time to get out here and enjoy a sun-drenched Sunday afternoon. That pitch again low, so Campbell now behind on the count 3-1 to the cleanup hitter for the Valley Bears, Cody Fierro. The 3-1 pitch misses high, and that's the first base runner of the ball game for the Valley Bears, a leadoff walk. Here's the second baseman, Jose Toledo. We've seen a lot of their players on the mound. Jose,
yeah, everybody's
one of them.
pitched. That's not a good sign.
No.
You know.
Toledo takes a look down to third base coach. Fierro takes his lead from first. It is a modest lead. Campbell comes to the plate. It's swung on and missed. Strike one. Tatum holding the runner on at first. Campbell comes home. The pitch is a called strike at the knees, so now Dylan ahead on the count 0-2. Fierro edging off a little further at first. Pitch to the plate, bounces and gets away from the catcher. That's a wild pitch, and on the play, Cody Fierro moves to second base. The Bears now with a runner in scoring position. Nobody out here in the top of the second inning. And the count, a ball and 2 strikes on Toledo. Campbell comes home, and the pitch is fouled back onto the screen. We'll do it again. A ball and 2 strikes. Next week is the last week of school for high school students, grade school students, elementary school. And then it's all summer fun. Here's the 1-2. High fly ball, hard foul. That was hit a ways. It made it over the fence, but it was well foul. Cars driving by on the freeway, and suddenly there's a baseball bouncing in front of them.
What could go wrong?
Yeah. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive into left field, but right at Tatum. Or Statham, I should say. One down. So a line shot. Statham didn't move a muscle to gather it in for the first out, and that'll bring up Cade Ford, right-handed hitting center fielder. Cade's a big guy. I would guess he's 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, easily.
Maybe more than that. Maybe 6'4", 5. Not bulky. Lean and mean. Cade Ford trying to bring in Cody Fierro from second, and the first pitch to him is taken just a bit outside 1-0. Campbell at the belt, glance back at second. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got Ford to commit to an off-speed pitch, and it's 1-1. The 1-1. Way outside with a fastball, 2-1. Campbell not particularly fast worker. Long look into Johnny Mendoza. Now Dylan's ready. And the 2-1 pitch. A little bit low, 3 balls and a strike. Campbell has fanned one, he's walked one. The gentleman he walked, Mr. Fierro, standing on second base with 1 out. The 3-1 pitch to Ford. Swing and a miss. Got him on a pitch that was a bit outside.
So that was ball 4.
I think so. But instead, it's a full count, 3-2. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. Fastball just above the knees. Ford goes down looking. That's the second strikeout, both called strikes. And here is Cesar Ortega, Jr. Ortega 1 for 3 in last night's ball game, 1 for 6 on the brief series. The pitch from Campbell, waved at and missed, strike 1. Infield, of course, back all the way around with 2 down. Figueredo pinched a little toward second base. Now he's moving back a little toward first. Fouled off to the right and out of play. Coco was playing where you often played when you're looking for 2. You'll pinch toward second base then, but not looking for 2 here. We already got 2 outs. 0-2 the count. Campbell's 0-2 offering. Inside it bounces at the plate, and moving over to third base on the wild pitch is Cody Fierro. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Fierro, who walked, has been wild pitched to second and now wild pitched to third. But Campbell 1 strike away from getting out of trouble. From the set, the 1-2 pitch misses wide, 2-2. He's had success in tempting Bears batters with pitches outside, swinging at balls out of the zone, but he was not able to do so on that pitch. And now Campbell comes back 2-2 and got him swinging. Third strikeout for Dylan Campbell, and the Bears are gone in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. And at the end of an inning and a half, we're scoreless. You're listening to Krabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. Edsall is his name. Edie. Welcome back to the ball game. Crabgrass Band entertaining a shirt-sleeved crowd. Boy, this is the kind of weather we love here at the Arcata Ballpark. It'll be Connor Blair, Ramon Enriquez, and Otis Statham to face the right-hander Russell McClung. McClung started off a little shaky in the first inning, trying to find his groove. He walked the first two batters, but then induced a pop-out, fly ball to medium depth outfield, and a grounder, and he was out of the inning without any damage. Number 13, Connor Blair stands in. Connor 5 for 19 on the young season. Right-hander versus right-hander. McClung rocks into the windup, and the pitch is taken high for a ball, 1-0. Infield back all the way around. Outfield straight away. Fastball a bit inside, and the count now 2 balls and no strikes to Connor Blair. Well, we have a complete roster. We've got all the players with all the numbers. Not all the players are here yet, but they'll be joining us. We've got about 5 or 6 more to come on board. That pitch is very high. So now McClung, starting like he did in the first inning, plate doing a little dance for him, and it's 3-0. That is taken for a called strike one. A number of Crabs have been swinging 3-0, and I think that's the thing to do, particularly when you're playing a team like this. You want to get your hacks in.
The only problem is there's no guarantee 3-0 it's going to be a strike.
Oh, that one is ball 4. Third walk of the game already, issued by Russell McClure. Crabs again with the leadoff batter aboard. And here is Ramon Enriquez. Ramon goes to Oklahoma Baptist University. He's a junior. 6 foot, 200-pounder. 210. Right-hander. McClung's pitch is way outside, 1-0. Designated hitter tonight. He and Johnny Mendoza flipping. Last night Mendoza was the DH and Ramon did the catching. Here's the 1-0. Hit down the right field line. It's going to be foul. A little late getting around on the fastball. The count now even at 1. Enriquez wears number 40 on his jersey. From the sad. The 1-1. Swing and a miss on an off-speed curveball. Had Enriquez all tied up, and it's 1-2.
And that was not a healthy swing.
That was I wasn't expecting this pitch swing, but I got to do something because it's going to be a strike. Here's 1-2. The pitch. Curveball is hit a long way to center field. The center fielder back to the warning track to the wall. It is out of here. 2-run home run for Ramon Enriquez. Oh, boy, that was belted to straightaway center.
No doubt about it off the bat.
And they have some netting up there above the yellow piping, which goes around the park. If it clears the piping, it's a home run. And the fence is not that tall out in straightaway center. Here is Otis Statham. Otis 3 for 18 on the season. So the Crabs jump on top 2-0 here in the home half of the second inning. And there's a long fly ball to left center field. The center fielder back to the warning track, and he makes the catch just in front of the wall in a deep part of the ballpark, center field.
The annex is also serving up ice cream sundaes as well as root beer floats if you're warmer than usual here in the ballpark. Now batting number 14, shortstop Wesley Gone Gibson.
Wesley Gone Gibson stands in. Wesley 4 for 18 on the year. Right-handed hitter. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Gibson wears number 14 on his back. And he attends Cal State Northridge. Be a junior next year. The 0-1. Breaking ball just a bit inside, 1-1. The next pitch is hit in the air to short right field. The second baseman goes back, picks it up on one hop, and throws to first base, but no chance to get him. So a little Texas League single for Wesley Gone Gibson. A one-out base knock, and we go to the top of the order now, and Bronson Grubbs. Bronson walked, stole a base, got as far as third, but died there in the first inning. Laramie holding Gone Gibson on at first. That pitch is fouled off behind us, strike one. Oh, and 1 the count. Throw to first back. Diving back is Gone Gibson. Oh, and 1 to Bronson Grubbs. High and outside with a fastball, 1-1. Ramon Enriquez, a 2-run home run, a shot over the center field wall to put the Crabs up 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. The 1-1 pitch, high pop-up into shallow center field. Center fielder has a long way to run, and he makes the drops the ball, and everyone's going to be safe. Oh.
They would have had a force at second, but nobody was covering second base as the second baseman had gone out.
Yeah. Wesley Gone Gibson, and when it was dropped, as Benjamin indicated, there wasn't anyone cover second, or they could have forced him at second.
That happened last night. I think on the other side, the Crabs avoided an error last night on a play like that. Statham dropped a ball.
Yep. Last inning. Comes to the plate, misses wide. To the wall. Will score marked by Johnny. Grubbs was just flying around the bases. I thought he might catch up with Gone Gibson. The two of them touched home in rapid order. And Mendoza now on at second base with 1 out. And here is Chase Larson. Crabs now lead by a 4-0 count. Right-hander versus right-hander. The pitch to Larson is grounded down to the first baseman. He's got it. He'll take it to the bag himself. On the play, Mendoza will move to third. Two down for the Crabs, a cleanup hitter. McCarthy Tatum, who flew to right field last inning.
At number 22, first baseman, McCarthy Tatum.
McClung choosing to work from the stretch with the runner at third. Excuse me. And the pitch. Breaking ball stays up 1-0. A ball and no strikes to McCarthy Tatum. The pitch. High pop up into shallow center field. Second baseman and shortstop converge. It's going to be the shortstop who calls and makes the catch behind second base. That'll do it for the Crabs in the second inning. They got 4 runs on 3 hits. There was an error and 1 left, and at the end of 2 complete, it's the Crabs 4 and the Bears nothing. You listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Dylan Campbell's got to be the happiest guy in the park. His mates have staked him to a 4-run lead as he takes the mound in the third inning and faces right-handed hitting shortstop Connor Martin, who made the last putout. Campbell's pitch is over but low, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, lined into left center field and deep. It's going to be off the wall on the bounce. Rounding first and heading into second with a stand-up double is Connor Martin. That was to the deepest part of the ballpark, out by the 394 sign in left center field. So a leadoff double. And that'll bring up Ridge Huckabee, the right-handed hitting third baseman. Huckabee looking for his first hit of the series. Had a rough night last night. He struck out twice, and the second time it was a KDP. As the runner was off with the pitch. That was the guy who was thrown out at third base when they were behind 10-0. Benjamin had a comment or two on that. 1-1 the count to Huckabee. Martin takes his lead from second. Campbell comes to the plate, and it's low. 2-1. If you just joined us, Crabs put up a 4 spot in the bottom of the second. They lead 4-0. 2-1 the count on Huckabee. Swings and misses on a pitch high and away. 2-2 the count now. After Huckabee, we go to the top of the lineup. Again, they're just playing 9 players. No designated hitter. The pitcher is the leadoff batter. All right, brief time called at the plate. Now Huckabee stands back in. 2-2 the count. Martin takes his lead at second. And the pitch. Fly ball into left field. Left fielder moving back on it. Stathem's got it for the second out. So Huckabee put fairly good wood on it, but Statham was there. Made the catch. Now we go to Russell McClung. Leadoff batter. Took a called third strike to lead off the ball game. When you're a pitcher, you don't want to argue those because you want to get those same calls when you're on the mound. The pitch from Campbell is lashed between third and short into left field. The runner is being held at third base. So a solid single by Russell McClung. Martin held at third. It was not hit that deep into left field, so Statham would have had an excellent shot at him had he decided to try and make it home. Here's Holguin. He has had some success in this series, and he's up at an opportune moment here with runners at the corners and only one out. The pitch taken for a call, strike one, inside corner just above the belt, 0-1. McClung held on at first base by Tatum. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go. He's not. The pitch is inside, 1-1. Bears trying to fight their way back into this one, trailing 4-0. They got 2 on with 1 out here. The 1-1 to Holguin, grounded foul over by the Crabs dugout, 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes to the right-handed hitting Elijah Holguin. The 1-2, runner goes, pitch is popped foul out of play. So they sent McClung, but Holguin fouled it off, so we'll do it again, 1-2. Campbell, long look into Mendoza. Instead, he goes to first base, and the runner back. Throw back to third, and the runner safe there. All right, Holguin steps back into the batter's box. Campbell at the set. Runner doesn't go. The pitch is high and outside. 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch now. Well, maybe not. He takes a little too long. He was ready to throw it to the plate, but Holguin had asked for time and was so awarded by Justin Islas. All right, Campbell set. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. He's got it. It's the second for 1. The relay to first. In time for the double play. Around the horn, 5-4-3 DP, and the Crabs are out of a jam in the third inning. No runs. There were a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left. And at the end of 2.5, we're scoreless. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka.
Assume the crappy position. This is a crab crawl obstacle course. Ooh, this is getting intriguing.
Taking a long time to set up.
On your mark. Get set.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Crabs with a 4-run lead as we go into the bottom of the third inning. Coco Figueredo will lead it off, followed by Connor Blair and Ramon Enriquez, who put the Crabs ahead with a 2-run shot over the center field wall last inning. Always a number of folks celebrating birthdays here at the ballpark. Well, that's a nice place to celebrate a birthday. I turn 12 every year when the season starts. You know, something about baseball that keeps you young. We've mentioned, if you've listened to our broadcast, that Coco Figueredo, the only switch hitter on the Crabs team. Coco comes up batting left against the right-hander Russell McClung. Coco grounds the first one past the pitcher. Shortstop's got it, and his throw to first is high and pulls the first baseman off the bag, and Coco's going to be safe on the shortstop's air. That's the second Bear miscue on the ball game. Here's Connor Blair. Connor drew one of 4 walks that have been issued by McClung. One of 3 walks. Pitch misses low and away, 1-0. Connor comes into this afternoon's contest with 5 base knocks in 19 trips. The 1-0, foul ball out of play, 1-1. A ball and a strike to Connor Blair, leading off the Crabs' third inning. Throw to first base and back standing is Figueredo. The 1-1 pitch. High pop-up in foul ground. Third baseman over under it. And he makes the catch. Blair, a high pop-up to third baseman Huckabee, 1 down. And that will bring up Ramon Enriquez. Enriquez, 5 hits in 14 trips thus far this season. He wasn't with the Crabs on opening day. Right-hander versus right-hander in the pitch. Ramon takes a fastball outside, 1-0. The 1-0, runner goes, the pitch is swung on. Did he foul it?
I think it was just in the dirt. They're not sending the runner back.
All right, so
still a stolen base.
It's a strike and a stolen base then for Coco Figueredo. Wasn't sure if that had ticked the bat of Ramon Enriquez, but it had not. The count 1-1 to the Crabs' designated hitter. Figueiredo takes his lead off second. Coco with good speed. The pitch way on the outside corner. I thought it was outside. All right. Let me dust off my glasses, huh? Way in there for a strike.
Yeah, right.
1-2 the count. The 1-2. That's in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Crabs led 5-0 after 3 innings in the first game, 6-0 after 3 innings in last night's contest, and they're up 4-0 here with a runner in scoring position and 1 out in the bottom of the third. The pitch to Enriquez is high with a fastball, and the count goes full. Fun to see all the little leaguers in the park today, and I'm sure they're looking forward to high-fiving and low-fiving their heroes after the ball game. All right, McClung's set. The payoff pitch to Enriquez misses wide, ball 4. That'll bring up Otis Statham. He flew out deep to center field in his first at bat. McClung at the set. And the pitch. Misses, gets away off the glove of Ortega. That'll be a pass ball, allowing Enriquez to move to third base.
Well, they've had an error, a walk, and a pass ball, so pretty much everybody's contributing here in the third inning.
Yeah. So Figueiredo on second. Enriquez on third.
They're going to bring the infield in.
And the infield in all the way around. The 1-0 to Statham. Otis takes it high. Fastball up. It's 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Strike called at the belt, 2-1. Base hit here by Statham could really break this baby open. Working now from the windup. The pitch. A little bit low. 3-1 to Statham. McClung's 3-1 delivery. Inside, ball 4. Consecutive free passes to Enriquez and Statham. Here's Wesley Gon Gibson with the bases FOC full of crustaceans. Gibson singled and scored last inning. Again, McClung working from the windup and the pitch. Breaking ball misses away, 1-0. So the plate now, a mystery for Russell McClung. He has walked the last 2 batters to fill the bases. The 1-0 pitch, Gon Gibson takes a strike. After Gon Gibson, we go to the top of the order in Bronson Grubbs. The 1-1 pitch. inside corner for a called strike 2. Off-speed
Really?
pitch. Crowd didn't like it. But McClung now ahead on the count of ball and 2 strikes. McClung winds, and the delivery. Check swing, he did not go around. It's inside. The count is even at 2. McClung's 2-2 pitch. Ooh, it hit him. Got away from him. So Gon Gibson gets an RBI the easy way. He wasn't hurt. He's okay. The bases remain loaded. Gon Gibson picks up an easy run batted in. It's now 5-0 Crabs. And Bronson Grubbs coming to the bat. Bronson 0 for 1 officially. He was on as a result of an error last inning and came in to score. And he walked to begin the game for the Crabs in the first. Right-hander swings, and it's a high fly ball into shallow right field. The right fielder coming in under it, and he cannot make the catch. And everybody's going to be safe. So a little fly ball to right. The right fielder came under it, and
I hit.
they're going to give Grubbs a hit on that.
Only because we haven't had a hit yet this inning. We've had a pass ball, a couple walks, a hit batter, and an error.
All right.
So let's throw a hit into the mix.
A generous bit of scoring there. All right. Here is Johnny Mendoza. Bases remain loaded. Again, McClung working from the windup. The pitch to Mendoza is a fastball high and away, 1-0. Mendoza, a 2-run double back in the second inning. He's also walked. The 1-0 to Johnny. In the dirt, 2 balls and no strikes. Well, there's nowhere to put him. So a hitter's count at 2-0. Bases loaded, 1 out. 2 already in this inning. There's a foul behind us, and it's 2-1. Two and 1 to Johnny Mendoza. Chance to really break this one open. The pitch. In the dirt. 3-1.
Well, it's 6-0.
Yeah, but a base hit here could be, 9.
Really put it out of reach,
Yeah,
huh?
absolutely. Crab's pitching has been so sketchy.
Yeah.
Just kidding. 3-1. Here's the pitch. Mendoza takes ball 4.
Ugh.
So Johnny says, hey, I can get an RBI the easy way too. So Statham comes in to score. Gon Gibson to third. Grubbs to second. And here's Chase Larson. He'd like to get in on the hit parade. Chase 0 for 2. He hasn't got the ball out of the infield yet. Popped to second and grounded out to the first baseman unassisted. Fouled out of play, strike 1. So the Crabs now ahead by a touchdown.
No,
7-0.
No 10-run mercy rule today either.
No, this is going to go on maybe till
I had dinner reservations for 7. I may have to
tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, right. I have to rethink that.
Here's the 0-1. Fouled off to the right out of play. So McClung now ahead on the count 0-2. Do we know how many pitches he's thrown, Liam? How many? 68 pitches already here in the third inning. Oh, my goodness. Wouldn't expect him to go the distance. He's ahead of Larson, however, 0-2. From the windup, the pitch to Chase. Down low, 1-2. A crab on every base. Here's the 1-2. Fly ball into shallow center field. The shortstop going out and makes a running catch over the shoulder. Nice play by Connor Martin. Little flare into shallow left center field. And the shortstop able to put it away for the second out. That'll bring up McCarthy Tatum. Tatum also looking for his first hit of the afternoon. He flew out to right field and popped to short. Bases loaded now, 2 away, and the Crabs cleanup hitter McCarthy Tatum at the bat. Fastball taken for a called strike, outside corner at the belt, 0-1. McClung's next offering is grounded to the left side. Shortstop backhands it. Long throw to first base is not going to be in time. An infield single will score Wesley Agon Gibson. Grubbs and Mendoza move up 90 feet. Credit Tatum with an RBI. It's 8-0. Crabs have batted around. And here is Coco Figueredo. Coco was on as a result of an error, stole a base, and came in to score the first of 4 runs that the Crabs have played in this inning. And the pitch to Coco is wide, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Figueredo takes it high, 2-0. The 2-0 in the dirt, 3-0. Coco doesn't even need to look down to the third base coach. If he likes it, he's swinging. The 3-0. He's swinging and hits it a long way to center. No, not that far. Center fielder's going to come in and make the catch. Got under it more than I thought, so the fly ball to center field will end it for the Crabs. In the third inning, they come up with 4 runs on 3 hits, 2 hits. And at the end of 3 complete, it's the Crabs 8 and the Valley Bears nothing. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. All right, slice of Humboldt pie. Everything is made in-house and fresh. Hot and ready to eat for takeaway or dine in. Meat, vegetarian, vegan, as well as gluten-free hand pie. Slice of Humboldt pie is located just off the Arcata Plaza at 828 I Street. Order online, the House of Slot, or the Slice of Humboldt Pie app and get 10% off your first order, and their pies are delicious. All right, heading into the top of the 4th inning. For all the action, here's the professor, Benjamin Schaefer.
Thanks, Hope. Kyler Laramie to lead it off with the Crabs up 7-0 here in the top of the 4th. Laramie Grounded to third in his first at bat. No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for the Bears. 8 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Crabs. I lost count of the score. It's actually 8-0 at this point. Next pitch is down and away. It's 1-1. Campbell from the belt and deals 1-1, and there's a swing and a miss. 1-2 now to Laramie. The 1-2 in the dirt. 2-2 the count. Two pitch. High in the air, right side. First baseman coming into foul territory, and it will be Tatum on a nice diving catch. The wind got hold of that, and Tatum had to dive for it at the last second, but it's a foul out for out number 1. Here's Cody Fierro, walked in his first appearance. At this point, just getting a run across would be a victory for the Bears. They scored 1 run on Friday night, and that's been it so far. So now they've been outscored 28-1 in this series. There's a fastball on the outside corner taken for a strike. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. 0-2. My concern is what's going to happen with the pitch count on their starter gets up to around 80, 90 pitches. He's already at over 70. That's fouled out of play. We're only in the 4th inning. Who will take over? Pretty much everybody on the team has pitched already. Does not bode well for the Bears. Here's the 0-2. Fastball misses down and away. A ball and 2 strikes to count. And here comes the pitch. Fastball misses just inside off the plate. 2-2 now. Two pitch. Misses away and the count's full. Campbell gets the sign, and from the belt comes home 3-2, and that's hit high in the air to shallow right field. First baseman Tatum going out, and it'll be the second baseman Figueiredo for out number 2. So 2 away. Here's Jose Toledo. Toledo lined out to left field in his first at bat. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down and away. 1-0. And the next pitch. This is inside 2-0. The Toledo's during the game last night, I was thinking about Toledo, Spain, and then I had a dream that I was in Spain with the running of the Bulls last night. I think it was because of Toledo. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Broken bat, slow roller out to short. Figueiredo up with it, and that'll end the inning. Actually, that's Gone Gibson over there. 1-2-3 go the Bears in the top of the 4th. Crabs up 8-0. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to Harper Motors, serving the North Coast for over 100 years. Check out all the latest models, new and used. Look for the carousel 2 miles north of Eureka or visit them online at harpermotors.com. Harper Motors will donate $50 to District 26 Little League for every home run the Crabs hit this season. Thanks also to Blue Lake Casino and Hotel. Just minutes from both Pacific Ocean and the Rugged Mountains, the Blue Lake Casino and Hotel offers affordable, spacious rooms with views of the gorgeous Mad River Valley and pristine forests filled with coastal redwoods. Take a dip in their outdoor heated swimming pool or their outdoor hot tub. It's open year-round from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. You can call them at 877-BLC to win or visit them at bluelakecasino.com. New pitcher on the mound for the Bears. This is Ford. So Ford going into pitch for McClung. So they just trading places. Yeah, Ford and McClung trading places. Connor Blair lead it off for the Crabs. Crabs are up 8-0. Not been much of a series. The Bears not very competitive. Partially because they only came to town with 12 players and one left yesterday, so that means they only have 11 now. 1-0 now the count. Blair has walked and fouled out to third base. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that misses high with a fastball. 2-0. Tuesday, the Crabs will head to Reading for a 2-game series with our bitter rivals, the Reading Colt 45s. 2-0 pitch. Misses high and inside. And how I love to beat the Reading Colt 45s. Preferably by more than 10 runs. 3-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. He walks him on 4 pitches. Here's Ramon Enriquez. He has homered and walked. Runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th inning. Crabs already up by 8. Here's the pitch, and it's in the dirt. Want to know the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down and away. 2-0. So 6 balls in a row now from Ford. Two 2-0 pitch. Fouled out of play. Two and 1 the count now. Blair takes his lead. Here he's going. The 2-1 is high and outside. To throw down the second is in the center field. He's going to hold at second as the ball is backed up by the shortstop. That's a stolen base then for Blair. And the count's 3-1. Meanwhile to Enriquez. Here's the pitch. Grounded on to the left side off the third baseman's chest, and he will not be able to make a play on it. That'll be an error on the third baseman, Huckabee. That's the third error of the game for the Bears. And with runners on first and second and nobody out, Otis Statham will be the hitter. Statham is 0 for 1 with a walk. Ford sets and deals, and Statham takes a strike at the knees. Blair at second, Enriquez at first. Next pitch is in the dirt. One and one the count. For those Reading games, you'll be able to see the.
Yeah, I just got a word. Just got the word from President Bill that Tracy Mack is going to post on the Crabs Facebook page how we can follow the games at Reading and San Luis Obispo. So take a look at the Facebook page. We're playing a couple of games.
But that's just the week. This week is just Reading, right?
Just Reading this week, yes. On the let's see, that would be the 13th and 14th.
The 1-1 pitch is fouled off the hands.
I'm sorry. Wednesday and Thursday night in Reading. Both games start at 7:15. They go until the players melt on the field.
A ball and 2 strikes to count. And the pitch. Whoa, almost hit him in the head and goes all the way to the backstop off the catcher's glove, mitt. I don't know. Pass ball, wild pitch.
That's a wild
What's
pitch.
the difference?
That's a wild pitch, but well, that came very close to Otis Tatum. He just got out of the way of that. It would have plunked him right on the noggin. Of course, he's got the batting helmet, but
Yeah.
still.
No, it was a close pitch. Second and third then. Here's the pitch. It's inside, and it's full now to Otis Tatum.
Well, a walk in air could have been a hit batter. That'd be a Crabs rally for these three-game
really.
series.
First baseman in on the grass, and there's a called strike 3 on the outside corner, and that's all for Statham. One away.
How many pitches we up to now, Liam?
Well, this is a new pitcher.
Oh, that's right. We got a new guy in there. Never mind. That's right. This is Ford.
Here's Wesley Gone Gibson. Singled and hit by a pitch. Has scored a couple of runs. It's 8-0 in favor of the Crabs. They've got 2 more runners on with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Misses down and away. It's 1-0.
That's kind of a cool first name. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Cade, K-A-D-E, Cade Ford. K-D. Cade Ford.
The 1-0 from Ford. Misses high. 2-0. They got somebody warming in the bullpen. I'm stunned. They must have had an extra uniform and gone out onto the plaza. 2-0 pitch.
Those are the two players on the bench. The catcher and the pitcher. That's it.
That's it, huh?
There's nobody on the bench now. There's nobody. 9 on the field and
that's right.
2 in the pen.
2 in the pen. 2-1 pitch misses way outside all the way to the backstop, and that's going to score another run. Well,
I mean, this is indicative of Crabs rallies. Connor Blair walked, stole second, and was wild pitched to third and wild pitched home.
yeah.
And now the Crabs have a runner at third with only 1 out, and they still don't have a hit this inning.
Yeah. Counts 3-1 to Wesley Gone Gibson. There's a slow roller out towards third base. He's up with it and winds and throws on 1 hop to get the out at first. The run comes in to score to make it 10-0. But now there are 2 outs.
So Wesley Gone Gibson gets an RBI as Ramon Enriquez comes in to score, and we're up to 10-0.
Back to the top of the order, Bronson Grubbs will be the hitter. Grubbs today is 1 for 2. He's been on base 3 times, a walk, an error, and a single.
Well, Benjamin said he thought they might be saving their best pitchers for Sunday, and after 3 pitches today, I said I agreed with him. And
Yeah.
well, you ought to see our SAT scores.
Yeah.
Not too good either.
Well, it was more of a hope or a prayer than it was an actual prediction. 2-0 the count on my part. It is true though sometimes that teams they save their best pitcher for the last game of the series. 2-0 in the dirt. It's 3-0. Pitch. Ball 4. Yikes.
That's the 4th consecutive time that Bronson Grubbs has been aboard. A couple of walks, a single, and was on as a result of an error.
Yeah. With 2 outs. No, 1 out. 2 outs. Here's Mendoza. Mendoza today has walked twice and doubled. He fouls 1 out of play.
If you are on base as a result of an error, it obviously goes as an out on your average, but it also goes as an out on your on-base percentage. Even though you're on base, it's counted as an out.
Doesn't count. On-base percentage counts walks and hit by pitch.
Right.
Whereas batting average does not. That one's fouled out of play, and it's 0-2.
When you're getting the number of walks and hit by pitches that the Crabs have been getting this series.
The 0-2 is hit high in the air down the right field line. The first baseman in foul territory makes a nice catch to end the inning. Finish your thought?
Yeah, I was just going to say, when you get the number of walks and hit batters that the Crabs have received, you'll see a huge gap between batting average and on-base percentage.
Yeah.
I mean, very distorted.
Can be a couple hundred points as much.
Yeah, normally you're going to see something like a 65 to 70 point differential. In the Crabs, you're talking in some cases 150, 165 points.
Yeah. So for the Crabs, in the bottom of the 5th, they got 2 runs. There was 1 hit. There was an error and a runner left. And at the end of 5, they're up 10-0. This is Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
We got to do some ads. I was going to do an ad for Blue Lake Casino and Hotel, but we don't have time.
I already
We're
read
ready
that
to
one.
go.
I already
You did that one?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You're up.
You were taking your afternoon nap.
I was.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1 now to Ford. This is the pitcher, Cade Ford. He'll be followed by Ortega Jr. and Martin.
It's just that your mellifluous tones lull me to sleep.
I will say
that. I will say the same thing.
will say that. 0-1 the count. Foul tip up against the backstop.
Such a nasty boy.
0-2 the count.
We're going to mention this a couple of times before the day is through, but you can check the Crabs Facebook page.
That one misses high and away.
To determine how you can follow the Crabs in their 2-game series next week in Reading. Wednesday and Thursday night, 7:15. check the Crabs Facebook page.
The 1-2 is fouled out of play. You can also go to Game Changer for the live stats.
Yes, you can always go to the Game Changer for the live stats as the game is progressing. So you can know at the end of 3 innings what it is. But we're hoping we can get you a radio stream as well. We'll see.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Chase one out of the zone, and Ford's gone. He's 0 for 2 today.
That's the 4th strikeout of the ball game for Dylan Campbell.
Here's Cesar Ortega Jr. Ortega Jr. has struck out his only at bat today. And there's a fastball that misses down and in. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 is fouled out onto F Street.
You know, we're blessed with a really excellent community newspaper here on the North Coast, a weekly paper, the Mad River Union.
1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play.
And they cover the Crabs. Eric Fox writes articles often for the Union, keeping tab on the Crabs. But a lot of people aren't aware of the fact you can get a free copy of the Mad River Union every time you come to the Arcata Ballpark. The Union is here for you to enjoy.
No, 1-2 is in the dirt.
If you come into the ballpark and go to your right, heading toward the Barsulia section on the first base line, you'll see a rack of papers. If you're going to the left, then you have to come back around, pick up a paper.
The 2-2 misses down and in. 3-2 the count.
Good journalism. And we appreciate their Crabs coverage.
Three-two is lined over shortstop and in the left field for a base hit. So Ortega Jr. aboard with 1 out.
And speaking of Crabs coverage, tonight, 6 o'clock on Channel 3, KIEM television, it's Crabs Corner. They have all kinds of interviews with players and coaches, game highlights, trivia, questions, ways to win tickets to Crabs games. So give them a listen tonight at 6. That'll be the news first. The Crabs Corner comes on about 6:15 or so.
Connor Martin will be the hitter, and he tries to hold up on a slider away and misses. Martin doubled in his first at bat and was stranded over at third. It's 10-0 in favor of the Crabs. Here's the pitch, foul high in the air, and it's going to drift into the seats.
I promised to take my wife to dinner tonight, but I'm sure whatever restaurant we go to will be showing Crabs Corner at 6 o'clock, wouldn't you think?
Well, I would have made the reservation for a little later if it were me. But
yeah, well, I get ravenously hungry.
0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. 1-2. I mean, I'd say, I know it's been 49 years, but you're going to have to wait until Crabs Corner is over.
You think so?
Yeah. 1-2 the pitch.
You got to put them on. You got to put them on notice.
Yeah. 2-2 the count. Can wait another 20 minutes. It's been 49 years. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Lined in the right field, over to get it is Blair, and he has it for out number 2. So I take it you're leaving this game early.
I could not leave a contest like this a minute before it comes to a conclusion.
Rich Huckabee will be the hitter. 2 outs, runner at first. No runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for the Bears. 10 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Crabs. Here's the pitch, and he hits one foul over wide of first base. Yeah, the next pitch misses down and in.
Low bridge, everybody down.
No, that's when it's at his head. When it's at his feet, it's...
No, really?
Yeah, because a low bridge, you got to get down because it's at your head. If it was literally a low bridge, you'd have to duck, right? Next pitch.
That's a point.
This is down 2-1.
So what do you call it at your feet then? What do you call that? Just hop out of the way,
hop
Jack?
out of the way kind
Yeah,
of pitch. Yeah, just poor pitching. 2-1 to count. Here's the pitch, and that's hit hard but foul past third base. Campbell's only given up 3 hits, and he's struck out more than that, I think, hasn't he? He's struck out 4.
4. Mm-hmm.
And has he walked anybody? He's only walked 1.
1 batter. That's it.
So he's pitched very well today.
Had some help with a nice double play in the third inning.
That's
That's
right.
where they had their biggest chance.
That's right. You got it hit into a 5-4-3 double play. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Called. Strike 3 on the inside corner at the
Make it
knees.
5 strikeouts.
That'll end the inning. No runs hit, no errors, a runner left, and at the end of 4.5, it's 10-0 Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Solutions for Small Businesses offers bookkeeping services, help with QuickBooks, and full-service payroll. We have 25 years of bookkeeping experience, but we're really more than that. We're like mom for the small business owner. We can help you solve all your problems, and you can feel comfortable telling us about your record-keeping troubles. We will have the solutions for you. Contact us at 707-267-7923. We're inside the Greenway building at 1385 8th Street, Suite 104 in Arcata, or online at solutions4sb.com. That's Solutions for Small Businesses.
Chase Larson to lead it off for the Crabs in the bottom of the 5th. And that pitch hits him on the elbow. So he'll go down to first.
Rally time.
McCarthy Tatum will be up next, and then Coco Figueiredo.
Batting next, number 22, first baseman, McCarthy Tatum.
Tatum today has 1 for 3. And they're going to switch pitchers again. Ford's going to go to first.
No, he's
going to go to right field.
Birthday June 13th from Chuck.
Fierro has nothing to do with this. Laramie's going to come in to pitch.
Royals and the Pirates from Crescent City Little League. They had a great season. Welcome to the ballpark.
Laramie, right-handed pitcher.
In the right
Third
field,
pitcher of the day
Trinity Little League is
for the Bears.
I think Fierro's going to first.
Fierro's over at first.
to the ballpark.
And Ford goes to right. Okay. Now our fielding chart is all set.
All right. So Laramie will face McCarthy Tatum with Larson over at first.
The Crabs are going to be very busy next week because they have Wednesday night and Thursday night games in Reading, and then they got to get back here for a Friday night contest with the Seattle Studs.
Studs are a good team. They'll be that team will be a test for this team.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that by next week more of the Crabs players will have arrived.
I believe that's the plan
Yeah.
and the hope. But the Crabs,
because they're going to need them.
Crabs always have a good series with the Studs, and it'll be interesting to see how good the Colt 45s are. I mean, they can be a fine team too. It's off.
They are, yeah. No, the Colt 45s can be a very challenging team. Some years and not so good other years, but some years they're really good.
Yeah.
And,
so the Crabs are going to have their work cut out for them next week. After 3 days where it's been pretty easy, to be honest, they're gonna have some competition, some serious competition.
Number 22, McCarthy Tatum.
So here's Tatum with Larson over at first, nobody out. They're up 10-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning. And here's the pitch. Lined in the right field. Over to get it is Ford, and he has it for out number 1. So Ford's got more outs in right field than he got on the mound.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
Cut to the quick. Ouch.
I know, that was cruel. I couldn't resist.
If Liam could just remove the knife from my back.
Here's Figueredo, 0 for 3 with a run scored. Larson's still over at first. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses away.
I think it's known as a class, philosophers are rather cruel people.
Yeah.
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 And not you, of course. You're not cruel.
Not me, no. Next pitch. Catches the outside corner, 1-1.
A little edgy and nasty, maybe, but not cruel.
Not cruel.
Not cruel, that would be.
Just more obnoxious.
No, I wouldn't go that.
1-1 the count.
Well, you got to think of something to talk about in a 10-0.
Well, you know, there is a story about Socrates who next pitch misses, catches the outside corner, 1-2. Nietzsche tells the story about how someone said to Socrates once, "You're a monster," and Socrates turned to the man and said, "You know me, sir." Mm-hmm. 1-2 the count. Breaking pitch on the outside corner called. Strike 3. Nice pitch. 2 away. Figueredo caught as a spectator there. Here's Connor Blair. He's walked twice and scored both times, and then he's fouled out to third. So Larson's still over at first with 2 outs now. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses away.
Your adherence to the Socratic method doesn't mean I have to worry about hemlock, does it?
No. Well,
just ask.
You wouldn't be the one.
Okay.
1-0 the count. Pitch misses away, 2-0. It is interesting little piece of trivia about me that the first house we lived in when I was born was Hemlock Street.
Really?
Yes. 2-0 the count.
Your
so
life,
I figure,
your life
born to
was
be
set.
a philosopher. Yeah. 2-0 the count. In the dirt.
Newer listeners often ask, is Benjamin really a philosopher? They call him a professor. Is he really a professor? Yeah. He is a professor of philosophy at Humboldt State University.
3-0 the count. Starting summer school pretty soon here.
When
Very excited about that. The 25th of June.
Okay.
Next pitch misses down and away. That's ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with 2 outs. That's the first walk issued by Laramie. And that'll bring Ramon Enriquez to the bat. Enriquez homered back in the 2nd inning. Then he walked and scored in the 2nd inning. And then in the 4th inning, he scored after getting a board on an error. So first and second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And the slider misses down and away. 1-0 the count. Valley Bears. Well, one thing for the Bears is they did get out of the valley for the weekend, which I'm sure it's sweltering down there.
Oh yeah,
Next
Fresno
pitch
gets
misses.
very warm this
Slider
time.
away 2-0, and chance to spend the weekend in pleasant Humboldt County. So. Two and 0 the count. And there's a strike right down the middle. 2-1. Two-one pitch. Sails high and outside. 3-1. Is hit in the air, shallow left center field. That's going to drop. Larson will come around to score. Blair will go to third, and it's 11-0 Crabs. Base hit for Ramon Enriquez.
Third run batted in of the afternoon for Ramon.
Batting number 8, Otis Statham.
Here's Otis Statham. He's 0 for 2. He has a run scored as well. So runners on the corners now. 2 outs for the Crabs. Here's the pitch, and Statham takes a strike on the inside corner. Good pitch. It's on one. Did you ever get that piece of pie you wanted, Hoke?
Nope, no pie.
There's some right down there.
It looked like pie down there, and it looks like pie.
0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. 2-1.
And that's from Slice of Humboldt Pie. Yum.
Yeah, that's good stuff. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Misses high and outside. 2-1. Two-one pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now the count to Otis Statham. Leslie gone, Gibson, and now the runner steals home. To add insult to injury, Connor Blair breaks for home and scores easily. Stolen base.
Well, we don't see that very often. A steal at home, huh?
Well, I mean, it's 11-0.
It's 12 now, isn't it?
12 now, but I mean, I'm all for cruelty, but
There's even a limit for a philosopher.
I don't know. Stealing home when it's 11-0, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That one's hit high in the air to right field. Right fielder almost in his tracks. Has it for out number 3. But the Crabs get a run. 2 runs on a hit. There were no errors and a runner left, and at the end of 5, it's 12-0 in their favor. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the 6th inning. 12-0 in favor of the Crabs. It'll be the top of the order for the Bears. McClung, Holguin, and Laramie. Dylan Campbell still out of mound for the Crabs. So here's Russell McClung. He is 0 for 2. 1 for 2. Sorry. Next pitch misses down low. 1-0 the count to McClung. No runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for the Bears. 12 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Crabs. Here's the pitch. Misses high. Two and 0 the count. Here's the pitch. Tap foul out in front of, no, fair in front of the plate. Throw to first, got him. Nice play by Mendoza. 1 away. 2-3 the put out. Here's Holguin. 0 for 2. Fouled out and then hit into a double play. Here's the pitch, and there's a slow grounder over the mound and out towards second base. Figueredo scoops it up and throws him out. 2 away. Here's Laramie, the pitcher, 0 for 2.
There's a young man with a Let Pablo pitch jersey.
I saw that. The next pitch is a fastball down and inside. 1-0.
The other interesting apparel today, I'll preface it by saying back in the day, way back in the day, the most popular comedy ever made for television, I Love Lucy. And when Lucille Ball got pregnant, they could not use the word pregnant on the air.
No,
they said she was in a family way.
Right. 1-0 the count. Slow roller out towards first base. Campbell off the mound. He'll toss to first to end the inning.
I'll finish that story when we come back.
No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left at the end of 5 1/2. 12-0 Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, we're back. So you were finishing your story.
Yeah, so anyhow, we have a young lady today who is in a family way. And she's got the wildest get-up on. Her protruding belly. I mean, she's pretty close. I guess she's well along in her pregnancy. But on her protruding belly, as part of her get-up, is a large baseball.
She painted.
She painted it?
It's painted on her belly, on her bare belly.
Yeah, and it's a Crabs logo.
It's a baseball with Cresty on it.
Yeah. The umpire's trying to tell us something, but I don't know what it is. Watch him. 22 for 16.
Don't forget that every Sunday at the ballpark is the time for kids fun.
I don't know.
All the kids at the ballpark
It's something to do with the defense. They switched the defense around. I don't know.
Just look for the ballpark staff out in left field.
Okay, so 22. Who's 22 there?
I have no idea.
Yeah, Ellis.
Ellis.
Orion Ellis in for Holguin in left field.
Meanwhile, Wesley Gone Gibson to lead it off for the Crabs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses high and away. 1-0 the count. Gone Gibson today is 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses inside.
Two and 0 the count.
I think it's 2-0, right?
Yeah.
Two-0 pitch. Fouled out of play.
Thank you.
2-1 the count. Here's the 2-1. This is down low. 3-1. It's hit high in the air to right field. Right fielder going back near the warning track, and he has it for out number 1.
There's a sale on burritos. Concessions, $2 burritos at concessions.
Bronson Grubbs will be the hitter. Grubbs today is been on base 4 times. He walked, he got aboard on an error, and then back-to-back singles.
Bronson Grubbs.
And the pitch to Grubbs is a fastball in there for a called strike. Oh, and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. High in the air to left field. Play off, and that's out number 2. Here's Johnny Mendoza. He has walked twice and doubled, also fouled out.
Now back for the Crabs, number 10, Johnny Mendoza.
And Mendoza takes
Thank
a pitch
you.
down low. I misspoke. Grubbs has 1 hit today and 2 walks. One another count to Mendoza. And he fouls one up against the screen. A good pitch in on the hands. Two outs. Bottom of the 6th inning. Crabs leading by 12. They have now outscored the Valley Bears 23-1. Wait, more than that. 33-1. I meant, yes. Slider misses down and away. 1-2. Here's the 2-1. Rides high with a fastball. 3-1 the count. Here comes the 3-1. High in the air, foul out of play. Three and one the count. Here comes the pitch. Hit off the end of the bat out towards second base. And the second baseman bobbles it. And that'll be an error on Toledo.
Well, I was just about to say they retired the Crabs in order for the first time in the ball game, but the error.
Well, we now have more errors than hits.
That's the second time this series I think that'll happen.
Chase Larson.
Here's Chase Larson. 0 for 3. Yeah, and he takes a fastball low. Every member of the Crabs has gotten on base now. And I think everybody except Mendoza and Larson have scored.
Larson scored.
That's right.
In the fifth inning.
Everybody except Mendoza scored. 1-0, way high with a fastball. 2-0 the count. And we're only in the bottom of the sixth inning. The 2-0 pitch in the dirt. Three balls and no strikes to count to Chase Larson. In the dirt. Ball 4. I'm wondering if Liam's looking forward to his first totally solo gig on the radio this afternoon.
Hey. Charles Lindbergh did it. Amelia Earhart did it. He's going to fly by himself, baby.
Next pitch is a grounder in the hole on the left side. Knocked down by the third baseman. Everybody's going to be safe on an infield hit by McCarthy Tatum.
All this after 2 were outs. It looked like this inning was going to be a quick one.
Instead, the bases are loaded now with 2 outs. Here's Coco Figueredo.
Coco, who had 2 outstanding hitting games, is 0 for 4 this afternoon.
He has scored a run. Here's the first pitch is a fastball down and outside. 1-0. He got a board out on the error and scored. And here's the pitch. He hits that one hard and deep and foul out onto F Street.
Well, that sure had the distance.
It definitely had the distance.
Way out in front.
Piled with pitchers.
The 1-1 pitch misses high and outside. 2-1. Two-one pitch, way outside and all the way to the backstop, and it's 13-0 in favor of the Crabs on a wild pitch. Yep. Ouch. Second and third now with 2 outs, and the count 3-1. To Figueredo. Here's the pitch. Ball 4.
Well, at least it made the wild pitch immaterial.
That's true.
Oh, my goodness.
Connor Blair will be the hitter. He's walked 3 times this afternoon and scored 3 runs. He's 0 for 1 with 3 runs scored.
0 for 1 with 3 runs scored.
Here's the pitch, and he fouls one out of play.
No, actually, I think only 2 runs scored. No, you're right. You're right. 3. The ultimate was the 4th inning. He walked, stole second, was wild pitch to third, and wild pitched home.
Nice.
That's a rally.
0-1 the count. Here's the pitch, and that one's fouled out into the stands. 0-2 the count. 2 outs, runners on second and third. It's 13-0.
Glad to see a fan over there
favor
brought
of
his
the Crabs.
glove.
It didn't do him any good. He
Well,
didn't
it
catch
was
it.
beyond him. But
Here's the 0-2 in the dirt. A ball and 2 strikes to count. One and 2. And next pitch is a fastball high and outside. 2-2. Two pitch. In the air to left field. And that'll end the inning. The Crabs get another run. On 1 hit, there was an error. And 3 left. And at the end of 6, it's 13-0 Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Justin Berry. Welcome back to the ballpark. The Crabs are going to put a new pitcher on the mound as we go into the 7th inning. It'll be Justin Berry, a left-hander, replacing Dylan Campbell, and Dylan is going to be the victor in this ballgame, winning his initial start with the Humboldt Crabs, unless somehow the Valley Bears can come up with 15 runs in the next 3 innings, which probably bet against that one. So Justin Berry, left-handed pitcher from College of San Mateo, 6'1" sophomore, will be taking the mound. And for all the action, turn it over to Liam Warner.
Thank you, Hoke. Cody Fierro will lead off for the Valley Bears. It is 13-0 Crabs here in the top of the 7th inning. And the first pitch from Justin Berry is swung on and fouled back, 0-1.
Thank you.
The 1 pitch to Fierro is outside. The count goes to 1-1. Fierro is 0 for 1. One is fouled back. It's 1-2.
Liam, this is Justin Berry's 3rd appearance on the year for the Crabs. He threw 4 innings, given up 3 hits, 2 runs, but only 1 of them has been earned. And he doesn't have any record.
Yeah. He has a couple of at-bats, too, I believe. 1-2 is swung on, lined into right field for a base hit. So the Valley Bears have their leadoff hitter on, and that'll bring up Jose Toledo.
Yes, as a hitter, Justin Berry is 1 for 6 on the season.
All right. The San Francisco Giants are leading the Washington Nationals in the bottom of the 5th, 2-0.
Oh, my goodness.
That is not what I was expecting with Max Scherzer on the mound.
No, I'd kind of written that one off. Wow.
Pitch to Toledo is bounced up the middle to shortstop Gone Gibson. Steps on second for one. On to first, double play.
Second double play turned in by the Crabs this afternoon. They had one back in the 3rd inning and around the horn affair, 3rd to 2nd to 1st. That one was a shortstop tagged the bag and threw to first. Lickety split. Quicker than you can say Jackie Robinson or 2 out.
Exactly. Tyshawn Bradford, number 7, is going to pinch hit for Cade Ford. Bradford steps in. First pitch to him is swung on and fouled off, 0-1. He was the starting pitcher on Friday night.
No, last night, wasn't it?
No, I'm pretty sure it was
Oh,
Friday
you're
night.
right,
yeah.
right.
And
no,
then
he wasn't the starter. Tyshawn Bradford started. He came in.
yeah.
Fierro started last night. But
Yeah, and then Bradford, slow roller to shortstop Gone Gibson. He's going to pick it up and throw to first, and he is not going to get the speedy Tyshawn Bradford.
that was a nice effort by Gone Gibson.
Yeah, indeed.
Barehanded it and got it over as quickly as he could, but Ford able to beat it out.
Gone Gibson's played a very good shortstop so far this season.
Well, the Crabs were airless last night, and they're airless thus far this afternoon as well.
That'll bring up Cesar Ortega Jr. He is 1 for 2. The pitch is just outside 1-0.
According to my scorecards, we've only committed 1 error in this 3-game set.
That's great.
That's wonderful.
The 1-0 is outside 2-0. To Cesar Ortega. Is swung on, shallow fly ball in the right field, and that's going to be foul. So now it's 2-1. The Giants got their 2 runs off of a Brandon Crawford home run.
Boy, Brandon's been tearing it up lately.
Yeah. Off of Max Scherzer. That's great. 2-1 is in there for a strike, 2-2. To Ortega. It is swung on and fouled straight back. We'll do it again, 2-2. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
You talk about living your dream. Brandon Crawford was asked at the age of 10 what he wanted to do. He didn't just say, I want to be a baseball player. He said, I want to be a shortstop for the San Francisco Giants.
I love Brandon Crawford. His story is so great. And that picture of him at Candlestick as the pitch is up, the count goes full 3-2 of him as a little kid sitting in the bleachers in Candlestick. That's a great picture.
That's a classic.
Full count pitch to Ortega. Here it is, and it's swung on right back to the pitcher, Barry. He's going to trot over to first and make the out. So, it's 13-0 Crabs as we go to the bottom of the 7th. You're listening to Humboldt Crabs Baseball.
Why don't we keep it here? Let's keep it here.
Let's keep it here because it's
All
the 7th inning stretch.
Yeah, we'll get a chance to hear the Crabgrass Band and the ballpark staff and the fans who are still here. We haven't had the 50-50 drawing yet. I think the stands may clear out after that is held, but
I would assume so.
so they're getting ready for the 7th inning stretch. That Laramie still on the mound, I believe, for the Valley Bears.
Yes,
yes
he
it
is.
is Laramie. Okay. And it'll be the bottom third of the Crabs order. Enriquez, Statham, and Gon Gibson. Here we go. Ever popular. That tune never goes out of favor, does it?
Oh, never. Classic.
It was written by a guy who'd never been to a ball game. You know that?
Oh, I did not.
Yeah, he'd never been to a baseball game when he wrote that song.
Welcome to ballpark, Bob and Sandy.
Learn something new every day.
I'll get more information on that. I knew the whole backstory at one point.
So it's 13-0 here in the bottom of the seventh. It'll be Enriquez, Statham, and Gon Gibson due up.
Ramon's had a heck of an afternoon. He's singled and homered in 3 official trips. He's also walked. He has scored 3 runs. He's driven across 3.
Yeah, he's shown up as one of the standout hitters for the Crabs so far in his short time here.
Sure has.
So Enriquez steps in. First pitch is low, 1-0. The 1-0. Ramon Enriquez is high, 2-0. Of course, the Crabs will be in Reading later this week. Wednesday and Thursday night at Tiger Field in Reading, both at 7:15. 2-0 pitch is low, 3-0.
There's Krusty.
And Krusty's here. .30 pitch is low, ball 4. So the Crabs will have the leadoff runner on.
Math was not my strongest suit, Liam, but I'm going to count up the number of free passes that have been awarded to the Crabs this evening. So
oh, boy.
Give me a minute. I didn't bring
Yeah.
my abacus, but I'll do the best I can.
Statham steps in. Pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1.
$11 walks the Crabs have received.
11 walks. 0-1 is swung on, hip right back to the pitcher. Goes to second for 1, and on to first. He won't get him, so that'll be a fielder's choice. 1 out. That'll bring up Wesley Gon Gibson.
So I see Benjamin's on his second box of popcorn. It must not be too salty this year. Last year, I think they took it directly from the Salton Sea.
First pitch to Gon Gibson's in there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, he's still on his first. Okay. 0-1 outside, 1-1. Gon Gibson, 1 for 3. Pitch is swung on and fouled off, 1-2. 1-2 pitch is swung on. High fly ball deep into left field. Left fielder racing back after it, and it is headed to Eureka. Home run. Wesley Gong Gibson with a 2-run shot, and is 15-0 Crabs. Freeway ball. Now bring up Bronson Grubbs. First pitch to Grubbs is
Hit the bat.
off of his bat. Foul ball, 0-1.
Well, Wesley Gone Gibson probably enjoyed that RBI more than the previous one. He was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded to get his first RBI of the evening or the afternoon.
0-1 is low. 1-1. The 1-1 is swung on. Slow ground ball to the shortstop. He's going to get it. Throw over to first, and it's going to get past the first baseman.
I think that's a base hit.
And he'll collect it.
I think he beat it out.
Yeah, I agree. That's going to go down as a base hit.
Grubbs, I think, is the fastest man on the team.
Well, that's why they have him.
If he's not, he's close to it. I mean, the guy, he's got speed.
That's why they have him hitting leadoff almost every night.
He usually indicates a speedster.
Johnny Mendoza now up for the Crabs with a runner at first and 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Fly ball in the left field. Left fielder going back, racing back, and it is off the bottom of the wall. They're going to send the runner home, and it is 16-0 Crabs.
Hard to believe, huh?
I think the Valley Bears are looking forward to getting out of Humboldt County. Chase Larson up. First pitch to him is high, 1-0.
One of my favorite jazz artists was Cannonball Adderley, and he had a tune called Mercy. Mercy, mercy, and we could use that here.
Larson hits a high fly ball in the left field. Left fielder's going to make camp under it and make the catch for the second out.
And what was that Marvin Gaye song about mercy? Mercy, mercy me? Mercy, mercy me. The ecology.
That'll bring up McCarthy Tatum. Pitch to Tatum is in the dirt, 1-0. And Mendoza's going to go to third base on the wild pitch.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Been quite a few. Don't have that number right here. The pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1. Three, I think. 1-1 pitch is tapped slowly to the pitcher. He's going to throw to first, and that will finally end the inning. The Crabs get 3 runs here in the bottom of the 7th. We'll go to the top of the 8th inning. You're listening to Humboldt Crabs Baseball on KGOE 1480 Arcata Eureka. Welcome back to the ballpark. It is 16-0 Crabs, and no, you are not listening to HSU football. This is a baseball game. And the Crabs are up 16-0 here in the top of the 8th.
692 fans have, I guess, enjoyed. Have to say, came here to see a Crab victory. I don't know that folks want to see the kind of wipeouts we've had in this 3-game series, but it is what it is. Each game has been a little worse than the previous one.
Yeah, the crowd has had a great time today.
Oh, yeah, been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Nice weather.
Great atmosphere.
And, you know, even if the game gets out of hand, there's no better people-watching place in all of Humboldt County than the Arcata Ballpark, just to see the people walk by in the various get-ups, and there's someone in a Yankee uniform.
Oh, yeah. Aaron Judge jersey.
Is that Aaron's?
Yeah.
Judge, okay. He's the judge.
Aaron Judge from Linden, California.
Where is Linden?
Near Stockton.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so Connor Martin will lead it off for the Valley Bears.
This is a new pitcher, I think.
As it's a ball 1-0, and
This is a new pitcher.
we try to get the new pitcher here. So next pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 is swung on and popped into left field, and they'll make the catch for the first out.
This is, I'm sorry.
Yeah, number 36.
This is Ryan Sullivan on the mound. You saw him earlier in this series. And we mentioned that Ryan pitched for the Crabs back in 2016. He wasn't with the club last year, but rejoining us this year. Got hit pretty hard in his first outing, but pitched well earlier in this series.
Now Huckabee, it's off his hands, right to the first baseman, and he's going to step on the bag for the second out.
Now on the mound for your Humboldt Crabs, number 36, Ryan Sullivan.
Now they'll bring up Russell McClung, who started today's game. And also has the only RBI in this whole series for the Valley Bears. Pitch to him is inside, 1-0. .1-0 pitch is swung on and fouled off down the third base line, and it's 1-1. One pitch is low and outside, 2-1. And the 2-1 is swung on and hit, bounce to the third baseman. He's going to throw over to first, and that will end the inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Crabs lead the Valley Bears 16-0. You're listening to Humboldt Crabs Baseball on KGOE 1480 Arcata, Eureka.
can feel it.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning, it's 16-0 Crabs. Coco Figueredo set to lead off the inning. He'll be followed by Connor Blair and Ramon Enriquez. The professor, Benjamin Schaefer, is going to join me in just a second. How are you enjoying this game so far, Benjamin?
Well, it's 16-0.
That about answers it.
It's going quickly.
That's
at
good.
Least it's not at least it's not, hours and hours of this.
Yeah. First pitch to Figueredo's outside, 1-0.
Seen some home runs. That was cool.
Oh, yeah. 1-0 pitch, way outside, 2-0. So, Benjamin, do you have any plans for the 4 days off?
No, I don't. I don't know what I'll do this week.
2-0 is in the dirt, 3-0.
As I was saying, I won't give the Reading team the satisfaction of going on their website and listening to the Crabs game.
Just follow it on Game Changer. At least that's our thing.
Yeah.
(3-0). Figueredo is high, ball 4.
Oof. So that's what, the 12th walk the Crabs have received
Yeah.
in this game?
By the way, if you want to follow the Crabs games live with live pitch-by-pitch stats, the games are on Game Changer. You can find that on the Crabs website, the live score and live inning and all that. And also on GameChanger.com, you can search Humboldt Crabs. And it's a great way to, if you're listening to the radio broadcast and you want to just find out the score in the inning, it's right there. Or if you want to dig into the stats, there's box score, scorebook, all the plays that have happened. It's really a great tool. It's also going to be good to have when the team is on the road. You can follow along that way.
Some kind of, we have a new pitcher, is that right? Toledo coming into pitch now.
Yes.
He pitched last night. Everybody pitched last night. So those games in Reading are Wednesday and Thursday, is that correct?
Yes. Both at 7:15.
And then next weekend, a far more competitive team coming into the ballpark, a real test of this Crabs team. That will be the Seattle Studs.
I think that's Holguin.
Oh, is it Holguin?
Who's pitching, number 16. Yeah.
Oh, I think you're right, yes. Well, it's the bottom of the 8th inning.
Yeah.
It's 16-0 in favor of the Crabs. They've only got 10 hits in the game, but they've been helped out by a ton of walks and hit batters and errors. By my count, there's at least 5 unearned runs. 600. I have 6 of the runs unearned.
Yeah, let's see what Game Changer agrees with you. Yeah, it has 16 runs, 10 earned.
Right, that's what I have.
Yep. All right, so Connor Blair in for the Crabs.
He's walked 3 times. Stole home.
Yeah, that was caught me off guard.
That was cold.
Pitches
was
in there
cold.
for a strike, 0-1.
That was cold as ice. They were up 12-0 at the time.
Well, the Valley Bears are not paying attention. Though one swung on and missed, 0-2.
Well, who's paying attention when it's
Yeah. And the 0-2 pitch to Connor Blair is swung on, lined into right field for a base hit.
All right.
So 2 on, nobody out, and that'll bring up Ramon Enriquez.
Well, we've not had a 20-run game so far this year. We had a few last year. We had a couple last year, I think.
Well, the very last game last year was the one that I remember.
But we had one in the middle. We had one in the middle of the season. I remember it was like a Tuesday night game, and it just went on. It was like 21 to.
Yeah,
point or something.
must have forgotten about that.
Yeah.
But 24-1, we beat the Auburn Wildcats.
Ooh.
That was probably the worst game I had ever seen.
I think I may have split
Pitches
early
low,
for that.
1-0. I would not be
I
surprised.
called it a season around the 6th inning of that game.
It was over like after 3 innings. Like
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
I think we scored 14 runs in the 3rd inning, and
Yeah.
the 1-0 pitch is low inside, 2-0. And Holguin is having a hard time with the strike zone. And it hits him.
Hit him. Jeez, that's yet another hit batter. Who knows? They've had at least one. Two. I think that's the 3rd hit batter of the game, in addition to all the walks.
So I'll bring up Otis Statham, bases loaded, nobody out. And you were talking about that 20-run game, and it's sure a possibility right now.
Yes, it is.
First pitch to Statham is in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 is just low, 1-1. And this pitch is popped into shallow left center. Center fielder comes in, is going to make the catch. Runner from third tags up for the Crabs, and he's going to score easily, and the score is now 17-0 Crabs. Now they'll bring up Wesley Gone Gibson.
Homered in his last at bat.
Well, now the Crabs have scored in every inning except for the first.
Oof.
First pitch to Gone Gibson is in the dirt, and it squirts away from the catcher. Both runners are going to move up on the wild pitch. It's 1-0.
I don't know how many wild pitches that is, but it's an enormous number of wild pitches in this game. Maybe I can count 1.
The 1-0 is swung on and popped up in the shallow right. The first baseman and the second baseman converge. Second baseman makes the catch for the second out.
I count 5, but I'm sure it was more than that.
think that's the same number Game Changer has as well.
Okay. So it's not that many.
No. I mean, it just feels like a lot. Now bring up Bronson Grubbs. He has an RBI opportunity here, not that the Crabs need it. First pitch is high 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is low, 2-0. Giants are still up on the Nationals 2-0 in the top of the 7th. Looks like Scherzer is still in the game. 2-0 is inside, 3-0. Nope, that was a strike. Okay. Well, you know what?
That was 17-0 in the 8th inning strike.
Yeah. 2-1 is swung on and hit to the third baseman. He's going to collect it and throw over to first, and it's going to get away from the first baseman. And 2 runs are going to score, but the base runner is going to be out at second. So, and the runs do count. So it is 19-0 Crabs. That'll end the bottom of the 8th. We'll go to the top of the 9th. Like I said, it's 19-0 Crabs. You're listening to Crabs Baseball on KGOE 1480, Arcata, Eureka. Welcome back to the ballpark. It's the top of the 9th. We have a new pitcher for the Crabs, and it's Andrew Najee Brush. So Najee Brush in to close it out for the Crabs. Safe to say this is not a save situation.
And Jackson Critch went out to left field.
Jackson Critch.
And it looks like, let's see, Critch is in left. Yeah, I don't know, but I know Critch went to left.
All right, so Holguin will lead off for the Valley Bears, followed by Kyler Laramie and Cody Fierro.
Now on the mound for your Humboldt Crabs, number 24, Andrew Najee Brush.
Number 22 is going to pinch hit Orion Ellis.
It's Ryan Ellis. Oh, Ryan Ellis.
Orion Ellis is going to pinch hit. So first pitch to Orion Ellis is swung on and missed. 0-1. The 1 is, well, fouled off, I think.
Yeah, I think you hit it off the handle.
Yeah. 0-2. So tonight I'm going to go home, and I think I'm going to watch the Sunday night baseball game, which is Yankees-Mets. Should be a good one. 0-2 is right down the middle for a called strike 3, and that's the first out.
You know who's starting in that game?
The Yankees-Mets game?
Yeah.
I do not.
Batting next, number 16, Elijah Hoagland.
Oh, Luis Severino and Seth Lugo. First pitch to Holguin.
Severino's 9-1 with an ERA of 2.20.
Yeah. The pitch to Holguin is swung on and missed, 0-1. Next pitch is fouled off on the third base line, 0-2. Yeah, Severino's had a very good season. He's the Yankees' ace so far.
Yeah.
And Seth Lugo has a 2.04 ERA. So it should be a good game tonight.
I bet it won't be 19-0.
0-2 pitch is swung on and missed. That'll be the second out.
We got a first game shout out to DJ, who is only 10 months old. If my math is right, she probably missed last season by a couple.
Now the Valley Bears down to their last out.
Bases, and she's really happy to be here. Welcome, DJ.
I'll bring up Cody Fierro.
Batting next, number 1, Cody Fierro.
First pitch to Fierro swung on and missed, 0-1.
Wow, I noticed Seattle's got a half-game lead over Houston now. I didn't notice that the Mariners had caught up to the Astros.
Now, the Mariners have been holding on to the AL West for a hot minute.
8-2 in the last 10 games.
The 1 pitch is in there for a called strike, 0-2. Down to their last strike are the Valley Bears. 0-2 pitch is high, 1-2. The 1-2 is in there for a called strike 3, and that is the ball game. The Crabs win by a score of 19-0.
No runs, 5 hits, 5 errors for the Bears. 19 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Crabs. So now, I think the Crabs 5-1 on the season?
I believe 6-1.
6-1 on the
Yeah.
season, correct, yes. And they're heading out to Reading for the middle of the week. That's the Wednesday and Thursday this week. They'll be in Reading. You'll be able to catch those games through the live stream from Reading. And then we'll be back Friday night, 3-game series with the storied Seattle Studs, which should be a great series, a very competitive series. So till then, Benjamin Schaefer, along with Liam Warner and our old friend Hoke Hokum. Anything else to say, Liam?
Nope. This was a lopsided game.
It's been a pleasure bringing you the game this afternoon. Have a great week. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE.